right, next one, it will be question number 13 and number 14. These are fairly straightforward questions. It's really about how sharp your vision is in seeing layers of functions. As I said in class, this will be something that you will see in calculus. It's very simple. Just because it's in calculus doesn't mean that it's really challenging. I always tell people that calculus is actually easier or as easy as algebra 1, but people just don't believe me. So, well, whatever. Anyhow, so we have layers of functions. So what we're saying here for both question 13 and 14 is that we are given this function h of x, which is a composite function. It is composed of, like for number 13 first, is being composed of g of x being the inside, and then f of x being the outside, okay? So f of x is on the outside. So we have two layers of functions. So, and you look at h of x, can you see the two layers? Okay. Now, there are more than one acceptable answer. Okay. And I would give you the easiest one first. Okay, easiest. So give you 5 seconds. Can you see the inner layer and outer layer? If you have done it already, also test yourself. Just stare at this h of x, square root of 7x plus 2. Can you tell what two functions they are? Okay. All right. So I'm going to tell you that this is the inner function. That will be g of x. Okay. That would be g of x, 7x plus 2. Okay. That's being placed in the outer function. And what is the outer function? The outer function would be the square root of x function. Now, here's one thing I want to make clear, and that is there is absolutely no reason why somebody would get this question wrong, because even though you might write down the wrong thing at this moment, well, then go ahead, put it back together, okay? Put the g of x into the f of x. Do you see the same thing as this right here? Okay, if you don't see it, then you know it's wrong. And here's the thing, don't make things more complicated than it is. Just don't. Okay, it's really that simple. The inside layer, the outside layer. Okay, if you can imagine being having a parentheses, that would also help a lot. So that would be one. Okay, set of acceptable answers. Now, let me also show you how we can have other acceptable answers. Other people might write that this is your G, and then this is your F. So let me write it down on the side. So some people will write down that G of x is equal to 7x, no problem. And F of x is equal to square root of x plus 2. That works, okay? That works. That is equally acceptable. I'm not going to take side on which one. It's just that this is not as common, okay, as you will see in calculus. So whatever I wrote over here, they are the more straightforward. You see what you see is what it is. That kind of deal. So just make sure that you can see the functions, see the layers of functions, one inside, one on the outside, and parentheses. Again, it will really help. And by giving you this hint, can you tell what is the f of x for question number 14? Okay, f of x for number 14. And then what is the g of x for question number 14? Okay, can you tell? So f of x being the inside function would be, it would be the 3x minus 1. Okay, f of x would be 3x minus 1. And the outside function would simply be x cube function. Okay, so the outside function would be the cubic function right here. Okay, so that's what we have here with question 13 and 14, addressing to the topic of composite functions. We see the layers of functions, one inside the other, and then we kind of put it back into individual pieces. That's really what you need to do. Okay, so this concludes question number 13 and 14.